Have you ever felt like you're doing all the right things and yet it's still success is so far out of reach? You're staying busy. You're staying focused. You're trying your best. You're working extremely hard. But you can't explain it, but your results are not the results in which you feel like you deserve. As a woman over 40, then you know, or you may feel like you don't have a lot of time to waste. This time in your life can be your most purposeful, your most productive, and your most prosperous time ever. So we want to look at the things that we are doing that are no longer servicing us. Hi, I'm LaWanda Shields, and this is Too Cute Sister here on Hey Sister. And so I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to get right into this podcast so we can get to working on the things in which we need to stop doing, the things that are keeping us back from our success. The first habit that you may have that's keeping you from being successful is trying to wait until you're ready. I know you probably heard that over and over and over again, that we can't wait until we feel ready. And it's true. You may never feel ready. You are ready right now. Clarity often comes after action, not before. If we keep sitting here waiting on the right time, the right circumstances, that is never going to happen. Too many women spend years waiting for that perfect time, for the perfect plan, for the perfect promotion, for the perfect event, and that's just not coming. You may be waiting forever if you're waiting on perfection. Women who are actually successful know that courage and success doesn't come with waiting. It comes from taking that leap. How many times have you wanted to do something and yet you talk yourself out of it? I can remember when I first started on Teachers Pay Teaching years ago. I heard about Miss Deanna Jump, about how she made millions of dollars selling her teaching stuff online. I said, wow, that sounds exciting. I need to find out what this is. I need to get on the site. I need to begin selling. Well, what I did was I joined the site. I did not start selling, and I became a consumer, a purchaser of the items on Teachers Pay Teachers. Even though I had plenty of things that I could be selling, I didn't start. I think I was about 3 or 4 years later starting to sell items on Teachers Pay Teachers because I really didn't, like I said, understand how it was. I wasn't sure how to create the products. I didn't know if they would even sell. So I convinced myself to wait. I waited 3 or 4 years longer than I should have. 3 or 4 years in which I lost money that I could have been making because I didn't feel like I was ready to start yet. So we can't wait until we feel ready. We have to take the plunge. The YouTube guy, Sean Kettle, who said, you got to stare fear in the face. And as women over 40, we have to stare fear in the face and go ahead and begin. We can't keep talking about we're going to wait till we feel ready. The next habit or the next behavior that we have as women of a certain age holding us back is seeking everyone's approval. I'm not guilty of this, but I know plenty of people who are. You can't sit here and wait for someone to approve of what you're doing. You can't wait for someone to say, hey, that's a good idea. Go ahead and do it. Not everyone is going to agree with you. Not everyone is going to be your cheerleader. You have to be your own cheerleader. Get up, stand up, and do what you know is going to propel you into your success. Stop asking yourself, what if they judge me? What if they don't understand? What if I disappoint someone? Let me be real with you. You are going to disappoint someone. Someone is going to talk about you. I don't care what you do. There's always going to be someone who doesn't approve of what you're doing. So you can't just sit here and wait on everyone else's approval. You have to go ahead and do what's best for you. I'll never forget years ago, I had a situation going on in my life. And it wasn't just major, but it was major to me at the time. And so I was really torn between what I should do. And I was going back and forth, and I was asking everyone. And this girl came up to me, and she told me, well, she's a woman now. She said, LaWanda, let me tell you something. All this is well and great. What everyone is saying is well and great. But you have to do you. You have to do what makes you happy. You have to do what's going to be best for you in your life. And when she said that, I stopped and I thought about it. I said, yeah, she's right. Why am I worried about what other people think? What's going to make someone else happy? I have to make me happy. I'm the one who has to live with the decision I make. And so after she explained that to me, I stopped playing small. I stopped shrinking myself down to try to fit into someone else's mold. And I went ahead and took the plunge and began. So let's not be waiting on anyone else's approval. Another habit I've seen women especially women, do this time after time after time, and let's play small just to make someone else feel big. How often have you set yourself aside, or you done something and tried to make it seem insignificant because you don't want to hurt someone else's feeling? Maybe it was your husband, maybe it was somebody else that you wanted them to get their props, and you don't want the spotlight on you. I have done it as far as not letting people know how smart I was and how much I knew, because I didn't want to offend anybody. I didn't want to be propelled into a position I didn't want. And it's sad to say this, but there have been times when I've known other females who actually hate you because of what you know or where they think you're going. So I don't want to stand out. I had a time in my life when I didn't want to. Now, I'm a outgoing, standout person, but I had one point in my life I didn't want to. I made sure I wore clothes that wouldn't draw attention. So even though I had some nice clothes and I like to dress beautifully, I would wear things that were dull. I would try to pick clothes that didn't draw attention, that weren't flashy, because I didn't want anybody to notice me. I didn't want them to know what I knew. I didn't want to draw any attention to myself. I was playing small just so I could fit in, just so I could make someone else feel important. I have a friend who she was married to her husband, and although both of them were talented, a lot of times she would not speak up, or she wouldn't do certain things because even though she was better at it than her husband, she wasn't going to make a move because she didn't want him to feel small. She didn't want to take the spotlight from him. So she intentionally didn't do certain things that would have been very helpful, that could have helped not just her, but other people, just so she could make him feel important. And I thought that was so terrible. But it's time out for playing small. It's time out for worrying about what other people think. It's time out for making people be comfortable, just so we can keep from showing what we know. It's our time now. It's our season to stand up and stand out. I like to also say, we got to stop overthinking it. It's time to take some action. It's time to make a move. You can't keep just sitting back. Stop analyzing every detail. Stop considering every possible outcome. Stop replaying every potential mistake and go ahead and do it. Do it. This is number 4. Make sure you're doing it. Make sure you're not pushing you down to make someone else feel better. Stop. Get out of your head. Stop over-analyzing and overthinking. You'll analyze that situation so much until you won't be able to do the things in which you need to do. And the last thing I want to talk about us doing is neglecting ourselves. Neglecting ourselves in order to take care of other people. As women, we're nurturers, we're caregivers, we're moms, we're wives, we're sisters, we're all of the things that we love everybody. We want to make sure they're taken care of, and we'll take care of them to the point that we won't take care of ourselves. We want to take care of our health, we want to take care of our needs, we want to pursue our goals. We'll put our needs and wants off just so we can help someone else get ahead. And it's time out for that. We have to be able to set boundaries. We have to be able to not burn out, but to realize we need to create a successful life for ourselves. You can help someone else. Yes, your mom, and yes, your children need things. But be sure to set aside some time for you to pursue the goals and the dreams in which you have. Don't wait till you are any older. Definitely not. We're already over 40. So let's make sure we're pursuing the goals in which we need to pursue to find our success. I thank you guys so much for listening. This has been a Wonder Sis with Hey Sister by Two Cute Sisters, talking about the habits that we have that are holding us back from being successful women over the age of 40. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast.